You are welcome to Shemik Academic of Music, and today we are going to be treating an interesting topic on what is the difference between the bass guitar 6-string and the the guitar itself, maybe solo guitar or acoustic guitar. So what is the difference? Both are having 6-string. Now, because I can play on the solo, can I just transfer everything I have with from the solo to just bass and start playing? So these are things I want to quickly treat. What is the difference? So now, the first thing I will tell you is that the bass guitar, on the normal bass guitar, the main bass guitar that we have, it has 4 strings. So that is the main one. So there is now improvisations until we have 6 strings of guitar. So the first thing we need to know is the basics of the solo guitar or the acoustic guitar. So now the basics is that firstly, the guitar starts from E. You understand? So we start from E and ends at E. So now you see that just like when you have our treble clef is imitating the starting at the lower pitch E, going up to the higher pitch E. So now, how do we now move from the first string to the next string to the next string, the next string? So the movement that we have is the circle of fourth. The circle of fourth. So that is the movement of the guitar, the circle of fourth. So now, there is just a slight adjustment on the second to the last. So now of the string. Now when you are coming down up, so down up will be from 6th string to the 1st string. So now this first string, this one, that is E, this first string is E, right? Now if you want to move to the next string, the basic is that you move in the circle of fourths. So now, and if you are talking about it in interval, there's going to be 5 semitones in between them. 5 semitones in between them. So now, let's just use that of letters so that it will be easy. Now, if you want to understand better about that of interval, you can get my material. I explain much more of the interval inside my material. You will get that now. So every of my videos, most of my videos rather, I have materials for them for easy learning. Do you understand that now? So now, back to what I'm saying. When you have the E here, E, now circle of fourth. Now when you go, you see I'm with my material now, you move from E to A. So I will show you now. Move from E to A. Now let's count it. Start your counting from that E. E, F, G, A. So you should already have known that in music we only have 7 letters. That is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. When you get to G, you go back to A. Do you get that now? So now let's now count from that E now. First, so circle of fourth is you will be counting 4 to the next one. So that is E, F, G, A. That's why the next string that we have after E is what? Is A. So this one is what? E. The next one is A. So now let's count our next counting now. That is what? From A. A, B, C, what? D. So that is why we have the next string as what? D. D. So now let's count again. The next one, that is what? D was after D. What do we have? E, F, G. So that is why the next string is G. Now, this place, there is a slight difference here, which is the main thing that set the difference. Now, in this place, we have, instead of counting 4 now to the next string, we're going to count 3. So there is a flattened. The flattened was that of the second string. So they reduce just 1 semitone. So that is why instead of counting 4, we now count 3. So now that is that we are now in what? We are now in G. Now G, A, B. So we now have B. So here, so after from B we continue our fourth. So that's B, C, D, E. Do you get that now? So that is what makes that difference. Now let us talk about the bass guitar. Now the first bass guitar that we have, that is the first string, is having the beginning of of the normal guitar, that is the solo guitar, is having the same. That is starting with E, the A, next one D, G. So it's ending at G. That is for the 4 bass guitar. So now for that of the 5, when the improvisation came, now the difference is now that they added one more lower pitch, so to the bass guitar, so lower pitch. So that means from that E that we wear, that E, now we're going to count 4 step backward, because it's still a circle of 4. So when you count it, so what are you going to have? When you have is E. So now let's go back. Now E, that will be after E, we have what? E, D, C, and what? B. So that is why the 5 was a string of 5 string bass guitar. The starting point is B. So we now have B, E. You see that now A, D, G. So you now see that that of the 5 bass string is now a little bit different now. So they are not having the same beginning again. So do you get that now? So now when the 6th bass guitar, the 6 string bass guitar came out, so what did they now do? They now added upper. They added upper pitch to that of the 6th string. So now we already have B from this from the 5 bass guitar. Now they now added what from that G that we stopped, because that's where they stopped. So we now need to count G 4. That is G, A, B, C. So they now see. So now at the end, so the 6th string of the 6th string bass guitar is C. You see that now? Are you seeing the difference now? So that of the normal guitar now is what? Is E. That of bass guitar is what? Is C. Now the beginning is different. The beginning of the normal solo guitar is E. The beginning of 6 bass string guitar is B. So you can see the difference now. So now you now see that when you are on the bass guitar, you will see the ending part is G to to C. So you now see that there is no second to the last, in which that they flattened the third. All of it is movement of fourth all through. So that of solo guitar, the second to the last, there was what? There was a reduction. You understand? So you now see that how you are going to play bass guitar. Now there will be a slight difference, because when all of the movement on solo guitar, when you get to this second to the last, there is a slight difference. You move forward a bit to make that semitone that you have been moved to be completed. But that of bass guitar, you don't need it. So you need to play it all through, just like you are playing a normal the tone and key. So, but what I just want to cite, because I'm not going more into the playing as it were now. So, but what I'm just bringing out is that difference so that you can know that that of the bass guitar is starting with word, is starting with B and is ending with C. This one is starting with word, E and ending with E. You can see that now. So there is just a slight difference. There will be a slight difference in the playing. You get that now. So second to the last of this, there is a word flattening of semitone, and this one for that of bass guitar, it is all through what movement of fourth. So that is just the difference. So I hope you have gotten something from it. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, so do that so that you can have more educative videos. Thank you very much and God bless. Bye.